What's up, nerds? It's McKinley. It's the same day as the last few videos you've seen of mine. But the hat is gone. Because I am really hot. Also, it should be noted there's something beeping in my house and I don't know what it is. And it's literally driving me up a freaking wall. Anywho, this is my first haul for books I've purchased since I've been back on this channel. I decided not to haul every book I've gotten in the last 6 months or so because that would be fucking insanity. These are all the books that I actually remembered to put aside to haul. So, could it be all of them? Probably. From the new year. So, this is a huge haul. So, I'm just going to stop rambling and get right into it. The first book I have is Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. I got this on Book Depository because it is not out here yet, but I got this because there's an asexual character in it, and that's all I really need to know. But I think she works for a radio. I'm not really sure, but I'm excited to read it, and I like this cover way more than the American edition that's coming out later this year. I'll put when it comes out somewhere on the screen, but yeah, I'm excited to read this. I just really need to get to it. Next books I have are History Is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera. I read this book last July and I fell in love with it. I have the arc of it somewhere, but so I obviously had to get the UK edition because shiny. I love shiny, so pretty. And I, of course, pre-ordered this because I wanted it signed, but oh, the drama. I pre-ordered this from Books of Wonder and it didn't come for 3 weeks, and finally I emailed them, and they had to come back. They had to get Adam back in there to sign a new one and send it to me. And finally, a month after the book came out, I got it. And you can tell he just went and signed or added his little personalization because it's in 2 different shades of ink. But whatever, at least I have it now. I will never order from Books of Wonder again. I will say that. But yeah, I got this edition before the American edition, and this one came out like 2 weeks later. Anywho, I'm not bitter. It's fine. But if you don't know what this is about, it's about Theo Griffin, who lost his first love, and he ends up befriending Theo. That Theo's new boyfriend, well, now he's gone, but Jackson. And because Jackson's the only one that can understand what he's going through. I'm sure you heard about this book, but it's really, really good. It's sad, but it's not as sad as his last book. There is silver linings in this book, and it's kind of even out because it goes in history and in the present, so you get to see the happy times along with the sad times. I don't know. I really, really liked it. I liked it so much more than his last book, to be honest. And after I read this, I had to lower More Happy Than Not because I realized that I definitely didn't like that 5 stars wise. The next book I have is Roseblood by A.G. Howard. I got this in my Loot Crate in January. It's a Phantom of the Opera retelling, and that's all I know about it. Yeah. The next book I have is At the Edge of the Universe by Sean David Hutchinson. I actually read this in December because I got an arc at YALLFest. It's about, of course I don't know the character's name, Tommy. He knows the universe is shrinking, and his boyfriend / best friend has disappeared and no one else remembers him, and it's basically him trying to figure out why the universe is shrinking and what happened to Ozzy, and it's very, very thought-provoking. Like, I'm still trying to figure out what the F was going on in it, to be completely honest. It didn't top We're the Answer me, but it was still a good read. I think I gave it 4 stars. I still am not sure. Like, I need more people to read it so I can talk about it with them because I still am not sure what I read. But it kept me reading. It kept me interested. And I really, really like Tommy. So, this isn't a wrap-up, but I read this in December, so it's never going to be in a wrap-up. So, yeah. The next book I have is 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. I already own this book, but this is the 10th anniversary edition. And it has deleted scenes and an original ending, and that's why I got it. This is about a girl who commits suicide and leaves 13 audio tapes on the door of like 13 different people who contributed to why she killed herself. I read it so long ago I don't really remember exactly, but I know that we just follow one person and it's about to be a Netflix series. The next book I have is The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl by Shannon Hale and Dean Hale, and this is basically just a novelization of the comic, and she is a girl who has the powers of a squirrel, and I really enjoyed the comic. I haven't caught up on the comic, but I really enjoyed it, and honestly this is a hardcover and it was like $6 or $7, so I had to get it. I hope it's diverse, because if not, I broke my no books that aren't diverse ban, and that would make me sad. So if you've read this, tell me if it's diverse, please, because I really hope I didn't screw up. I'm trying to move through these quickly. I hope that I'm doing it. The next series books I got was the Passenger duology, Passenger and Wayfarer, and I know there's time travel, and she didn't know she was a time traveler, and she finds out at a weird time. I know that there's a biracial main character because I had to look that up to buy it, and I know that the covers are fucking gorgeous. Sorry for my language, but seriously, look at this cover. Look at that naked book. Oh, it's so pretty. And the other book, the second book, honestly, even prettier because it's purple. And look, it's so pretty. I had to have them. I couldn't take it anymore. I kept seeing other people haul them, and I'm like, oh, screw it, I'm buying them. So I finally bought them. I hope to read those next month. Those are going to fall on my dog. So the next the next book I have is Wing Jones by Catherine Weber, and I literally do not know what this is about. I just know that this is what the pages look like if you buy the UK edition on Book Depository. And that's literally all I needed to know, to be completely honest with you. I am not even sorry. The next two books I got, again, cover buys, don't know what they're about, so don't ask, but shh, Beautiful Broken Things. This is going to have a different name in America, but this is the UK edition. And A Quiet Kind of Thunder. I know that they have mental illness in them because I had to look that up for diversity. And I hate this Zoella sticker. I will get it off somehow, but yeah. Shiny. Shiny. That's why I bought them. I'm not sorry. Next book I have is The Girl from Everywhere. I bought the UK edition because I think this cover is prettier. And this too involves time travel. And I know there's a biracial character in it. And I think they live in Hawaii. And that's all I know about this. The next two books I have are both by Holly Bourne. And they're both from the Spinster... What's it called? The Spinster series? Spinster Club. And that's What's a Girl Gotta Do, and then the novella and A Happy New Year. Can we talk about this cover for a second? Because so beautiful. And I bought these two and not the first two books because I was able to get the first two on my Kindle. So I got these two to complete the series so I can read them. And they're about, I've heard them called like the Stephanie Perkins, Anna and the French Kiss companion series. I've heard these compared to those, but with mental illness and in the UK. So I'm excited to start them eventually. The next book I have here is the Owl Crate edition of Heartless, and it's white and it's beautiful, and I just love it so, so much. Sorry I'm looking at the book in the monitor. I hate when people do that, but I just did it. So I'm sorry that I did that. This is a prequel to Alice in Wonderland. You know what it's about. It's about how the Red Queen became the Red Queen. You know what would make this the perfect book? If they gave it red pages. I'm just saying. You can hire me. My email is available on my Instagram. The next book I have is Pip Bartlett's Guide to Unicorn Training by Jackson Pierce and Maggie Stiefvater. This is a middle grade book about land where magical creatures are known. Everyone knows that they have them. And our main character finds a book on how to train them. And I'm so annoyed because the first book had a dust jacket and this one does not. And it doesn't fucking match. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine. Whatever. I'm not annoyed at all about that. The next book I have is A List of Cages by Robin Rowe. I have talked about this book in a wrap-up before. I will link it on the screen. I love this book, and you should read it. The next book I have is a book of poetry, The Chaos of Longing by K.Y. Robinson, and I bought this because it was suggested for people who liked, let me dig that one out. For people who liked stuff I've been feeling lately, which I don't know if I posted that wrap-up yet. I think I have, so I'll link it on the screen if I have, because I love this book of poetry, and it suggested this one, so I bought it. The next book I have here is probably my all-time favorite book. I talked about it in my favorites of 2016, and I'll link that on the screen as well. And I had it at number 3, but I just reread it because my book club is reading it, and I love this book so much that I think I'm going to do a book talk on it. And I never do book talks. But this book is everything. And I fucking love it. And you should read it. It's about a Portuguese girl who lives in Canada who is butch. And she's just basically trying to figure out who she is and how she fits to the world. And it's just... Her brother is amazing. Her love interest is amazing. She's just perfect. She's a precious cinnamon roll, and I fucking love her. I'm sorry for the language again, but I don't care. I do. The next book I have is Princess Ever After, and this is a graphic novel. First of all, let's appreciate these end pages. This is a graphic novel about 2 princesses. Actually, yeah, it's about 2 princesses that fall in love, and one of them is fat, and one of them is black. And I just literally cannot wait to read this. I think I heard about this book on the Library of Sarah. I think that's the name of her channel. And I immediately bought it because I'm just super, super stoked to read this. The next book I have is another graphic novel, Wires and Nerve. This is the continuation of the Lunar Chronicles in graphic novel form. And we're following Aiko. But yeah. That's all I know. That's all I needed to know. I waited till I got a coupon from Barnes & Noble and I bought it. And I just can't wait to read it. It's just with them. The next book I have is The Prisoner of Azkaban. I am collecting these editions from my Harry Potter collection. If you don't know what Prisoner of Azkaban is about, I don't know. I really don't know what to tell you. Look at those end pages though. So beautiful. I really like these editions. And I'm glad I'm collecting them. And then I decided to start collecting the UK editions of The Mortal Instruments because I have a sickness. But I got the first one, City of Bones. So, yeah. The next book I have here is by Jim Beaver, who plays Bobby on Supernatural. And he wrote a book about the year after his wife died and taking care of his autistic child, or his child with autism. I don't know if it's a daughter or son. I don't really think that matters. But yeah. So, yeah. I think it's a daughter because that's a girl on the cover. I got it because it's written by Jim Beaver. Bobby. So that's all I have to say about that. And then the last 3 books, not the last 3, but the next 3 books I have are all Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I have the UK edition. I have another UK edition. So shiny. And I have the American edition, which I got in my Owl Crate. And honestly, I pre-ordered the Caraval edition because I wanted this exact book. I wanted the Circus Tent. And I got it. But apparently, I pre-ordered it twice and didn't realize it until they shipped them both. And so I also have the Rose. And I haven't decided if I'm going to do a giveaway for this one or if I'm going to keep it. I'm not sure yet. So, but yeah. So very beautiful. I love the UK edition of this book. But honestly, as soon as I saw on Owl Crate last month what the theme was for February, I canceled my pre-order of the American edition because I knew that's what it was going to be. Last, but certainly not least, I have By Your Side by Casey West and By Your Side by Casey West. I got the uppercase box because it was being sponsored or something by Epic Reads, and I love Epic Reads, and ended up getting a hardcover of By Your Side by Casey West. So I am going to be doing a giveaway of this paperback copy on my Instagram. It should already be up when this video goes up. I will link the post down below so you can go enter. But the rules are you have to be 18 and over. You have to follow my Instagram, like the photo, and comment or tag 2 friends in the comments. And I'm very, 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 very sorry, but because I have to send the book myself, not Book Depository, it is US only, but I will be doing an international giveaway very, very soon. I'm very, very sorry if you are international, but I promise I'll do one soon, and you can enter for that one. But yeah, I will link it below if you want to win this copy of By Your Side. And it's about a girl who gets stuck in the library with this boy. That's all I really know. I love Casey West's contemporaries. They're always cute, fun, fast, and enjoyable. So yeah, please go enter that. Very simple. The rules will be on the post as well if you weren't listening to what I said. But yeah, that's it. That's all the books. I hope I didn't talk too fast or go through them too fast or whatever, but I wanted to get this done, and it's still almost 20 minutes long, so yay, can't wait to edit it. But that's it for me. Please like this if you liked it. Tell me what book you like, if you've read any of these books, and which book is your favorite, what book maybe I should read next, and follow me on Goodreads, or become my friend on Goodreads, follow me on Instagram. Go enter my giveaway, and I will see you guys soon.